You have seen the thumbnail, you have seen the title, you know what this video is about. I'm going to leave Japan. And in this video I want to tell you why, what is going to happen next, and if I come back or not. I am planning on going on a trip around the world for about a year. I didn't know myself if I would really do it or not, but at this point I have been doing so much preparation. You know that I just recently quit my job. I was busy with that. Done a lot of preparation also for this trip in the last couple of months, and it's been tough. I've been getting a lot of vaccinations for this trip. I've been making lists and to-do lists. I've been booking things, and I got some things refunded because it just doesn't work sometimes. That is also the reason I moved to this share house. This is the reason why I was selling so much stuff, because I had the same problem when I moved to Japan. I left all my stuff at my parents' place, then I moved to Japan and never really went back to Germany. If you watch my videos regularly, maybe turn on notifications, because I had to change my AdSense account to Germany, which means that YouTube is now probably showing my videos to German viewers. If I'm doing this trip around the world, maybe then also if my location changes. First of all, I always had a feeling that I don't really get anywhere with my life, my private life, my career, and yeah, well, dating. You have seen maybe some of my dating videos. I don't know how it's going to go in the future, but for the moment being, I'm just happy the way everything is. I could have just quit my job and tried to find a new one, but for several reasons I decided to not do that. With my current visa, I have about 3 months to find a new job, which just means I would have taken the next best job that I would have found, but I wanted that time to think about what I want to do next and the time to really build up some skills. I got my visa here, but as long as I'm not married and as long as I don't have the permanent residency, I checked. I cannot apply at this point for permanent residency. Another big reason why I'm going to do this trip is I want to travel. I have been to a lot of countries already in my life, but still, there are just way too many places I haven't been to. As long as I'm young, that is another thing. I'm now in my 30s. 36 makes you basically the second half. I'm closer to 40 now. If I would have stayed in Japan working here, it would have been very difficult to always go to all of the countries I want to go to. The best thing that I could do was last year in September, I went back to Germany for 2 weeks, and that's already all the holiday I can take. And I cannot do any other trip. In 1 year, I can do 1 trip abroad. Now I actually understand why Japanese people don't go overseas that much. It's crazy expensive. And even though this 1 trip that I'm planning is in itself quite expensive, it's still way cheaper to do it like that than to go always from Japan back and forth. I think you can do the math. I am going to be in Japan until August the 22nd. For this share house I got a 5-month contract, so it also fitted into those 5 months. On most social media websites I decided now to go with my real name. I was thinking about a name that is in some way related to traveling, but then at the end, I don't know if I decide to keep on traveling. I don't know if I maybe go to 1 or 2 countries and then I think oh, this is too much, I need to stop doing this. For the moment being, you can find all those updated links down below. And then if you have any ideas, if you have any recommendations for a good name instead of my name, please let me know. Obviously the content of this channel is going to change for that. Of course, I'm going to travel, sure. But do I want to keep traveling for the rest? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be a travel YouTuber. I don't know if I'm good at that. I thought more about making vlogs. I also want to talk about things like minimalism. Obviously, I'm going to have some kind of minimalistic lifestyle from now on, as I'm not really owning anything. I also want to talk more about something that is called the law of attraction and changing your mindset to a more positive mindset. I'm convinced that it's something that just simply makes your life better. It's basically mainly about being a more positive human being in order to attract positive things into your life. Maybe I can also talk a little bit about lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, career change, personal development. So this channel is also going to be my journey from here to there. So I know that a lot of you guys are following me for my Japan content. But I would be more than happy if you give this new channel, if you give it a chance. So maybe if you're now sticking around or not might also depend on the answer to the most important question at the end of the day, namely, will I go back to Japan or not? And the honest answer is, I don't know. Tendency is that I want to come back to Japan. I enjoy living here. I don't know if I needed to mention that maybe in the beginning, but I'm not leaving because I don't like Japan. It's kind of easy. My Japanese is pretty good, so for me it's not very difficult to be here. For all of that, I need time to think about that. I hope you're okay with this answer at this point. I'm very, very excited for the things that are going to happen in my life. I'm also nervous about it, and I'm a little bit like, ooh, But I'm also excited for it, especially now that I finally got like the worst part done for my preparations. Also, after I post this video, I am going to take 1 or 2 weeks off from YouTube. I'm going to take a little break from YouTube to refocus. I will probably film, I will just not edit and upload, I guess. Thanks so much for your support up to this point, and maybe also, hopefully from now on, whatever the next video is going to be, I'm still going to post some Japan related content. See you then in the next video.